Hello, everyone. This is the Abundance Oracle. It's the end of Thursday, and I've just been preparing for a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. And the storm is coming. It's supposed to hit us on Sunday, so firewood, piling up the firewood, get fireplace going. My daughter's also getting married in May, that you may know. So talking with lawyers, prenuptial agreements, wills, everything. It's just, I'm just overwhelmed a little. Okay, so what I wanted to tell you though, now that we're in the family talking mode, is I don't know how many of you are working and how many aren't working, how many are independent already or maybe retired, but do you at your job, do you make lists of things that you need to do for your job and follow up and track your results and how you're doing with your job? And now I want to say, how many of you do that with your family, that you actually make lists of what you want and make little charts even, and follow through with what you want for your family? Do you have family meetings on every Sunday or Monday or whenever? Maybe annual goals. And the more that you do this and the more you train your kids to do that and check in on your kids' goals, the better and more likely you are to reach your goals. So what is more important to you, your home associates or your work associates? Hopefully you'll say your home. So that's why I say put as much effort into your home and your kids and your wife and your family, or your husband and your family, that you do at your job. All right. So I have a couple suggestions that are things that our family automatically does. And you know, we have crazy things that get passed down, habits and things. So one of the things is start telling your kids that after they are done going to college, they get 3 months of free rent coming back home. But then after that, they are going to pay, if they don't move out independently, they're going to pay the same expense as you would get if someone independent came in and was paying for it as an apartment. Now, everyone's going to say it's not possible nowadays. I've just put 2 kids through this process. I know most people say it's a struggle. Of course, it's a struggle, but you can do this. You start out very early, telling them about the apartment and the rent after trade school or after college. So there's not even a dispute that they're going into college or trade school. The only thing you're disputing is how much they're going to be paying for rent or moving out to a place on their own. So there's a lot of psychological negotiating going on in our family, that you sort of brainwash your kids to how life is going to be for them. Okay. So you are planting in their minds that there's an expectation for them to decide on their future and how things are going to turn out given their choices. Because see, you say they have an option. They can stay at home if they want, but they're going to have to pay rent. It's their choice. Either they can hustle and go to career services while they're at the trade school, or whether they're at their college, and do whatever it takes to get that job, or they can come home and turn over the money they're making to, or maybe get a job at McDonald's, whatever it has to be. But they're going to have to be responsible, period. And the choices that they make now are going to affect the choices of what they get later on. You start really early telling them things. Parents are considering you an adult and able to do what it takes to be independent, or be independent at home with mom and dad. There's only one choice, really, because no kid wants to be with mom and dad, I'm sorry, no matter how wonderful you are, unless it's part of their strategy to become independent. Okay, I'm going to do 3 months free, then I'm going to do 3 months. Mom, can you give me a discount if I get the job, but the job doesn't start for a month? Let them start to try and negotiate with you. Let them make decisions. Let them learn to push themselves. And, you know, if my kids said, well, what if I can't get a place to live? Okay, well, you know, I'll rent my car to you. That'll be less expensive. You can sleep in my car. I'm brutal. But you know what? If you start that out early on, hey, listen, you're good, you're smart, look at what a fabulous mom you have. You'll turn out all right. Don't worry. Just don't be lazy bum. Okay, you're teaching them that their parents can set down parameters for themselves after you're considered an able person. So you're drawing the line now between you as a mommy and you as an adult. As a mommy, over all those years, you put in a lot of hard work, and now you're teaching them how to become independent. And it's time that they recognize the fact that, oh, Mom and Dad have a life too. Oh, yep, we'll help you out all the way along. And now it's time for you to get your own act together and do your stuff. Give them the knowledge on how to save and invest. Most will choose getting their own place. Perhaps even start the process while they're young and make appropriate spending decisions as a young person. So I don't know if I've told you before, but when my kids were really young, they were already I made a little garden, and they said, you know, oh, they wanted to go get candy or something. Okay, go out back. I have some cucumbers growing. You can have 3 of those cucumbers. Go around to the neighbors and ask for, you know, $1 each for the cucumbers, and then you'll have enough money. So you help them when they're young. Oh, okay, I can do that. I can pick a cucumber off. I can, Mrs. So-and-so next door, I can go ask her. Of course, she'd love her mom she knows I make organic, fresh cucumbers. So, all right. And a lot of times I would stop at lemonade stands. I don't know how many of you do that, but if I see kids taking the initiative with a lemonade stand, I always stop and I say, how much is it? Okay, it's $1 or whatever. And I'll say, okay, here's a $5 bill. Promise me you'll save it up because you're going to need it as you get older. So, you know, you start to teach your kids, the neighborhood kids, takes a village to raise really good kids. So that was my idea of one of the things my parents did. Not only my parents, but my grandmother. Everybody knew the spiel about you only get 3 months after college. And my grandmother would say, oh, that's what happened to me. I only got 3 months. They're probably lying. My grandmother went to real estate school. I don't think she went to college. I think my mom was the first one that went to college in our bloodline. So, but as a kid, you don't know any better. Oh, yeah, okay, I'm going to go to college. I'm going to go learn how to put the piping in or the electricity or whatever it is. Your family has the knowledge and the skill set to teach your kids. Maybe they're on a farm. Maybe your kids are learning now how to feed the cows, how to take care of the chickens. I've seen so many young kids that are so competent and able. If they grew up with hard work on a farm, they can figure things out. They're smart and they're clever and they know how the world works. They know, oh, the rain comes down. Oh, great. I don't have to fill up the water buckets today. They start connecting the dots together faster. Okay, this is the Abundance Oracle. I love you tons. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.